episode 15.
15.
15, that's a nice number.
Funny bone.
You're a funny guy. Fun guy. Oh, you're comfy there.
Yes.
You love this bit of the day, don't you?
It's very nice to have a little sit down.
Tuesday recording, bit of dogging.
Been dogging. Ziggy's happy.
Well, she's not very happy.
Oh, God.
She's not very happy she's sitting on Mark's lap. She's just been
What's the
waiting.
bloke from Friday night dinners? What's the dog? Wilson.
Wilson.
Okay, Wilson.
Okay, Wilson. Leave a bit. So basically, Ziggy's been waiting. You right?
Sorry.
Waiting for this moment. She's like, she knows that we're going to be doing the podcast.
Oh,
and she wants. Oh, crikey! You've just had coffee, haven't you?
Mm.
Anyway, she doesn't really like your jeans. She
No,
doesn't
a
like.
bit slippy. She's sliding into my groin.
Ooh.
That sounds wrong. You'll see? Front leg. It's just going.
Sit across, Ziggy. I don't know why you sit like that. Sit across on your lap, and then it'll be more
She needs to see
comfortable.
everything.
So if you want to see Ziggy, Miss Ziggy Stardust, then get on the YouTube and watch us. On the YouTube, listen to me. So down with the kids.
Yes.
So what else has been happening this week?
More Jimmy stuff. More Jimmy stuff. Bits of kit coming still.
Stop putting your hand over your mouth. Honestly, every week. You can't hear when you've got a finger over your mouth.
Jesus.
Like
I
your
thought
mother.
I was the talent, as you called me.
Well, you are. That's why I'm trying to make you look even more talented than your natural talent.
Oh,
She says, fluffing him, hoping
yes,
he'll
no,
just...
all good this week, I think.
It's getting there. We're getting some more people in. We've had footballer in. We've
Yeah,
had
I'm still
athletes
getting
in.
a bit twitchy with the whole, just getting the...
What, people using the gym?
Yeah, that as well.
We don't like people
No.
using it. It's all nice and new.
Yeah, we had a professional footballer in yesterday, didn't we, with Steve Hughes, a physio. That was very nice to see that in use. So
Yeah,
that was
and
good.
he loved it. He came in and said, wow, it's like a really cool gym. And it's all new. I was like, yes, please don't make it dirty. Thank you.
Steve's on the naughty step because he didn't put the weights away.
Did he not?
Yeah, he didn't put the yellow weights away, so he's on the naughty step already. I'm going to have a word with him today.
Yes.
So we should have a naughty step. We do. We've got 3 steps on each side of the pit. So we could put people on the naughty step if they're naughty.
Or just put them on the whiteboard.
Naughty, yes.
Naughty list. Like Santa's naughty
That's a
list.
very good idea.
PS naughty list.
Very good idea.
Name and shame.
God, I've got a manly voice today.
Or you just put croaky.
No, but this is when I should record all my voice messages.
Hi there.
Hi, I'm Mark. If you want to OnlyFans page me.
What?
Well, you got your cherries on.
Jesus. I thought my brain jumped around a lot.
I know, I just spotted your cherries.
So these lovely, lovely earrings were bought for me by our son Flynn for
He
Christmas.
was very chuffed.
But he thought they were apples or something. And
They are cherries, aren't they?
well, they're sort of cherry-sized, but maybe they are apples, but just shrunk down. I don't know.
Cherries, they're cherries.
But they're sort of orangey colour, so they're not cherry colour. If you want to see my earrings, again, I'll show you. They're quite heavy, but they're nice.
Are you going to get those big African earlobes?
Maybe, if I
Or,
wore them all the
those
time.
those guys that get the big holes in there.
Those guys.
Those
Hey, you
guys.
guys. Hey, you guys.
Those hippies
Those crazy young folk
living off the grid.
get big holes in their ears from wearing really trendy. Can you
No,
say
they
trendy?
get those ring ones.
Yeah, I know that.
Don't they get bigger? They must get bigger sizes. So once the hole's big, it's got. I'm sorry.
That's got to hurt. It
I
hurts
understand
enough.
why people don't like tattoos, but
Putting
having a
these
great
in-
big hole. No, but they're growing.
No, putting this in this morning, I got it caught on the earring just behind, and I was a bit like, and that's a tiny little thing.
Staying alive. Staying alive.
Ha, ha.
It's very good.
Oh, God, it's just so funny.
Well, I am.
Well, obviously. We'll see. So the weekend, we
We've got a new.
Can I speak?
You normally do.
There's a protocol we've got to follow.
Jesus.
I don't know. I'm just
So
making it
this
up.
weekend,
we had double booked. We hadn't double. We were double invited. Let's put it that way. We hadn't double booked.
we're so popular.
So our first booking event was. It sounds like we're doing a show. We're
Big
not.
G and sausage roll breath.
Okay, I'm sure she'll really appreciate
She burped
that.
on me and she burped sausage roll on me, Holly.
Okay.
What's her surname? Babadine.
No, we're not going to do that.
Babadine. Hers is Baba. Baba, isn't it? Baba.
Barber.
And then
his is
he's Dean.
So we're calling them Barbadine.
Babadine. It's like a good Moroccan name. I like it.
Okay. They got engaged and they had a lovely party. Closed the pub that she runs, and there were loads of people. And we have lived in this area for 20 something years.
Yeah.
And we met people that we'd never met before who literally live around the corner.
With a lovely wisteria.
Lovely wisteria. So very fun people.
I've forgotten her name. Tobes told me yesterday. I can't remember her name.
Okay.
He's Derek, big Irishman.
Yeah, very nice people. They know a lot, and it's interesting because they sort of lived in so our house that we live in was not a famous house, but there was a family who lived there for a very long time with 3 or 4 boys. So they were quite known in the area we live, and so they often were causing trouble with our new landlord and another friend who we know. So they're sort of
The boys.
They were like the lads.
Yes.
So yeah, it was really fun. And then at that particular event, we saw someone else that we hadn't seen for ages, and she was invited to the 50th, the same 50th that we were going to.
I still
But she showed us up because she went earlier.
No, we look cooler because we went later.
I know, but I did say to you.
And we literally rocked up and just ate.
Yeah, we walked up there, people were leaving. We're like, yeah, we just got here because we're so cool. So the party was our other super fan. We have 2. Heather was our first one. And this is Angela. Angela Barton, named.
And shamed.
And it was her half a century birthday. It's actually her birthday today. Her actual birthday is today that we're recording.
Oh, is it?
Tuesday.
Happy birthday, Angles.
So happy birthday, Angela. For
Angles, she likes to be called.
Angles. Does she? Does she? So I'm going to call this, because you've got Mark's bits. I need to have Susie's shoutouts.
Oh,
so if you want to be on,
I bet you've written that down.
I have. If you want to be on Susie's shoutouts,
okay,
then get in touch.
Do we? You know how sometimes on these podcasts, people, someone's written in with this question. Do we get any of those?
Yeah, get loads DMs.
We?
Few.
What do you DM?
Few. What I'm saying, please just contact us. Tell us you love the podcast. DM? Oh, for God's sake, Grandad.
Well, how do you DM the podcast?
Oh my God.
How?
You go on Not Another Couples Podcast Instagram.
Of course you do.
And you can message us there.
I knew that. That was all planted. That's on my notes.
No, Grandad over here. Carrier pigeons.
Almost time for a little nana nap.
Carrier pigeon to communicate still.
See?
Have you got a landline?
No, but
we haven't.
Yes.
We're very grown up. We haven't got a landline now.
How many people have landlines anymore? My mum and dad.
Some people, I think if you lived, we live in an urban area, but if you lived in the middle of the Highlands in Scotland, then you'd probably want one, because I'm not sure your mobile coverage would work quite as well up there. I think older generations, my mum, your mum, dad, older generation have landlines, or people just haven't got around to getting rid of them. But a lot of people we know don't have one.
Yeah.
Well, like 3 people I spoke to on Friday night don't have them.
Oh, there we are.
That counts.
There we are.
That counts.
Isn't it?
So yeah, it was a very fun weekend. So quite busy Saturday.
You got...
Sorry.
Here we go.
Here we go. No, you.
I got you a nice gin and tonic.
No, at the engagement party at the pub, you got me a drink.
Yes.
But didn't tell me. You got me double gins and tonic. 2 of them. I had 2 of them. Didn't know. Felt absolutely fine.
You were, because you're an alcoholic.
I'm not an alcoholic at all. Normally, I'd literally be asleep after 1 drink. So 2 of these. Then we went to the 50th, Angela's.
And you had another. Don't blame me on that. It wasn't me.
Well, I don't know whether it was double or not. I think it was a single.
Because it's a house party, I imagine.
But Gavin Millie organised that one, didn't they? They ordered them at the bar.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, so I had 2 more there. So in total, I had 4, 5, 6 gins. That's a lot.
Jesus. That's like a whole bottle.
That's a lot for me. And so Sunday morning, funnily enough,
I've got a little headache.
I had a headache. I don't like having a headache. I don't like being hungover, so I don't really like drinking.
Well, you should just stay in.
No, I like going out. I just don't feel the need to drink that much. I can't drink that much.
So why didn't you just say, no, Mark, I don't want a gin and tonic. Could I have a soda and lime?
One gin and tonic, gin and tonic,
Well,
but I didn't.
The second one.
I was thirsty.
Ah.
And it was a party.
Mother's ruin.
But I didn't know they were doubles. I thought they were just singles. So we went. So Sunday was lovely. We went for a long dog walk. It was a bright blue, sunny, crisp, frosty day.
Perfect winter's day.
So we took the dogs, and it was lovely. But we stopped for a coffee, and I had a fizzy citrus lime because I had a headache. I was thirsty. I was very thirsty. I was dehydrated.
Nice.
Anyway, so that was your fault.
Thank you.
You had 1 beer because we ended up driving, or you drove to the party.
Yeah.
Which was fine.
Can we talk about...
No.
Okay.
I don't know what you say.
I was going to say, I don't think Sarah will mind, that revelation about her electric car. So we brought some friends back, and Sarah, who's amazing,
Yep.
is unfortunately suffering with Parkinson's, and she got it bloody
Early.
young. But they've got an electric car, and she can't be in the car when
Because
it's charging
the-
because of her implant,
Yeah.
which controls the tremors.
Yes.
And it just
which is incredible. I will repost that because I've got a video of her, which I did for
turning it off,
another
wasn't it? Yeah.
podcast. Yeah, and she switched it on and off, and the difference was amazing. So it enhances her quality of life dramatically.
Yeah.
Apart from
Charge and Bluetooth as well, she said.
Bluetooth and charging their electric car.
Yeah, she can't be in the car when it's
We
being
thought
charged.
she was just like saying, "I can't do it because I can't be asked to go
They
down."
haven't got a charger yet, so
They
he
haven't got a
drives
charger.
down to the garage on the A3.
Yeah.
Tim just gets away. He does
But he quite enjoys going down there because he says
Yeah.
he goes down. That's like his little chill out,
45 minutes of charging the car.
recharging
But yeah,
himself.
that's amazing. So, I mean, obviously, she's much more attuned to it because of the implant, but it just shows you the power of
Yeah.
Bluetooth, everything that's around
Yeah.
us all the time.
Yes.
It's mad, isn't it? Because do you remember when everyone was talking about increase in cancer rates, and everyone was talking about, oh, it's all to do with, all of these, mobile phones. Everyone's got these kind of whatever sound waves or whatever, however it's traveling isn't very good for us. There was lots of talk about that when mobiles just started coming out, that they're going to give us cancer, and you shouldn't have them in your pocket because your testicles will fall off. Just
Well, I
one.
still think that is the case.
What, your testicles will fall off?
Yes.
Jesus.
Yes.
So if you keep one in your
I
pocket,
don't have any, so mine have already fallen off.
so you used to have testicles.
I used to have testicles.
Is that them on your ears now?
Yeah.
Very small testicles.
Well, internally. I
In
haven't got
what?
internally.
Internal,
That's
really?
what. That's all that.
Are you still a little bit
That's all that they
diddled?
are. No,
They're not. Sorry.
they're not. All right.
Anyway, so
Jesus.
that was a very interesting revelation. I hadn't even thought about stuff like that.
No.
Phenomenal.
We have like quite an easy life, compared to a lot of people, obviously, who have to deal with
Oh,
external
then I was
stuff
watching
like
the
that.
England-Ireland game, and do you remember the Irish captain? Was it Irish? I can't remember. Went out with the kid in the wheelchair.
Yes.
It was amazing, electric wheelchair, but couldn't move his neck, and was like spinning around, having a lovely time on the pitch, so he could take it all in. And you just think, oh my God, just so brave, just getting on with it.
Yep. Yeah, and all the other kids there, but kids, I think, are quite either brutal or honest, or just
What, to each other?
or not, or just accept people as they are. They'll either say it how it is, they're probably going, oh, or they'll just be like talking about the chair and how fast it can go, and can he do 360s on one wheel, or you know what I mean? They're quite. I think seeing kids around other kids, they don't judge people the same way that we judge, unless they've been influenced.
Yeah, I was going to say, because
by parental.
There was that really cool. I can't remember if it was actually, no, it wasn't TV, it must have been Instagram, where they had young kids standing next to each other. So there was a black kid, white kid, Indian kid, white kid, girl, boy. And they said, how would you explain him to us? And at no point did anyone mention
Skin
colour.
colour, yeah.
And as you're right, it gets influenced by usually older generations or...
Yeah, they want to be the twins, or they want to be the same. Like, you can't tell us apart, because they've had the same haircut, or... they just don't see it. They just don't see it the same way. They haven't quite been externally influenced by other factors yet. So it's like innocence. It's innocence, but it's great. So yes, a busy weekend, but a nice chill Sunday. There was no sport for Flynn.
Yeah. Pulled him out because they beasted him on Saturday before their sevens.
Yeah, he had an option to play a game, but we said you've got to rest because he's got a really big sevens. Is it seven? Yeah, it's sevens this weekend, isn't it? Coming up. So, he's got a bit of a snuffle, all that sort of stuff. So it's like rest. Rest is important.
Rest is important, Tiggy.
So do you want to do Mark's bits now or later? When I've done Susie's shout out, that's a new bit I've just added.
Mark's bits today. Oh, yes, running.
Running. Okay.
Running.
We've seen a lot of people out running.
Yeah,
past
it
the
is
gym.
that. Well, it's that January, February, and... Where am I going with this?
So is it January people start running, or they actually physically train, they've booked themselves, or they've got a place in the marathon,
Yeah,
or
there's
half
normally,
marathons?
yes, people have gone, right, New Year's resolution, I'm going to do a half marathon, I'm going to do like Craig's, the osteo's doing the Brighton half, and his training, and we tested him just to see if he could cope, because that's the big thing is, so as we get older, it takes us a little longer to recover. So my first advice would be, if you are running, never run on 2 consecutive days. Even if the diary allows you to and you can't fit it in any other time, the chances of injury running on that second day are so heightened. And then the other one if you are running, so there's a bit of a rule of thumb. If you stand on a step and you do a single leg raise, if you can't do 20 single leg raises,
When you say single leg raise, you mean like a
so
calf?
you're tucking one foot behind the other ankle.
So you're raising your heel.
Straight leg, and you're lifting your heel, and
Yeah.
you're dropping it past neutral, and you've got to try and do 20 in a row. If you can't do 20, you shouldn't be running more than 5k. And most people I test get to about 15, 16 and go, oh my God.
You get a cramp or...
So the chances of injury through the Achilles, plantar fasciitis, calf, all of that stuff, it's just, as I was saying to Big G, he's started running, which is great. So he's alternating. He's not running every day. Also, the idea is that it takes, you've got to get fit to run, not run to get fit.
Yeah.
So it's 3-4 times your body weight every time you land on that leg. If you haven't got any conditioning and you're dropping through your hip or you're internally rotating through your knee,
all sorts of techniques running
so
past.
just build it slowly. There are so many programs online, Couch to 5k, whatever it is, whatever level you're at, but build it slowly. Don't get too excited.
And you always talk about with the kids as well, especially if they're doing lots of like running, contact sport type of stuff, is doing off feet training. So
yeah, if they have the opportunity to sit on a bike or cross trainer or rower or swim, or it makes such a difference, because otherwise there's so much force always going through the lower leg and stuff. But yes, so that's quite a good test with someone. If they can't do 20 calf raises on each individual leg, then they shouldn't be running more than 3k, because the chances of injury are just so heightened.
Yeah, people always think running is always about your aerobic system and stuff like that, which obviously is a massive thing. But point being, have your heart and lungs fit if your feet are giving out.
Yeah, and then people get so disillusioned. That's typical. Is like now, this time of year, middle of Feb is where people picked up injuries from perhaps a little bit overtraining, and then you just get disillusioned with it and go, what's the point?
And going out in cold weather and not ready or dehydrated because they've had too many gins.
Yeah, exactly.
The night before.
Exactly.
All of that.
You're doing your VO2 test today with your sports bra on. Are you wearing anything else?
I will be wearing other clothes, yes. And trainers probably at the right point.
Not Kenyan?
No, I did do that years ago. My school sports stick was Zola Bud. That's how old we are. Google it.
No one threw glass on the track.
No, but Zola Bud was famous, obviously, for running barefoot. But obviously, her feet were conditioned to run barefoot. I did a lot of gymnastics barefoot, but it's not quite the same on a nice mat or wood floor.
Was this on grass?
This was on grass. Really stupid. Never done it before. Thought, brilliant. I'm going to do, because I had to do a 400 or something. I was putting into everything for school sports day for my class or house or whatever it was. And so I decided to do that barefoot.
Well done.
Got to about 250 meters, 300, and sliced the bottom of my toe off, probably on a stone or something. Literally, my big toe, the whole bottom of it, skin off.
Did you finish the race?
Of course.
Well done.
And then I went home.
Cried?
Probably. I think I was only about 12.
24, 25?
I wasn't 14. I was younger than that. I was
Jesus.
About 12 or 13, 12-ish.
No, you had glandular fever then. No, you got the glandular fever when you were 14.
Yeah, 14, 15. Yeah, I might have been 15. I say 14. But it was the first year of GCSE, so I'd have just turned 15, maybe.
Did you have big hair?
I think the hair had calmed down a bit by then. Big
Maybe
hair
that
was
was
a
the
bit
reason.
earlier. A lot of hairspray
What was that?
needed. So yes, VO2 today.
Nice.
We are training, well, not training, but you're getting Lecky up to speed of the testing, ready for
new
clients to come in.
Very useful bit of kit, that. Also makes people realise that normally, if they're not very conditioned, that running is too high intensity for them.
Yes, that's what I think.
We'll find out.
I think. But yeah, sports bras is an issue, people. I've never really had to worry about it too much, but my boobs are a little bit bigger than normal. And just finding sports bra, because I've got a wide back, I haven't got massive boobs. So there's this like, a lot of girls with big boobs don't necessarily have a big back.
Okay, what about the Rugger girls? What do they wear? Do they wear padding?
Yeah, but I also
about this.
want to be able to breathe and be comfortable-ish.
Well, breathing's good.
Because a lot of the bras I try, they're so tight around here. I don't even like wearing normal bras now, like underwired, all that stuff. Well, that is a story in itself.
Hello?
Well, I was bare-chested.
When?
The last time I probably did this VOT was for Gladiators. ages and ages ago, just before I met you, actually, probably.
Oh, they were the years.
And I had a management company at the time who were very nice, but not very in tune with what I needed. They dealt with a lot of music people, so they didn't really understand sport, training, to ask the right questions. So when I was being booked for stuff,
Yes.
most of the medicals that we were sent to for the insurance companies for gladiators was literally turned up somewhere in Harley Street to some old school doctor in a like library room, it felt like, office. And they took your blood pressure, went, are you fit? Have you got any injuries? Off you pop. That was it. That was the extent of it. So I just thought it was one of those. So I'd been in London for meetings. I remember I was wearing like this long, it was a really hot day, long floaty dress and like clog heel shoes, whatever.
You had to do it in that?
No, well, no, but I literally turned up like that. And I was like, the last appointment of the day, it was like 2 days before, or day before we were supposed to be going up for filming. That was the last, one they booked it for. I think because I was away before that, I couldn't do it. So I turned up, I had no kit, I had no trainers, no bra. I wasn't even wearing a bra. I was literally wearing this long floaty dress.
Suzie.
And they were like, well, you have to do it, otherwise you can't film. And I was like, well, the shops are shut. I can't, back in the day when shops shut at normal times as well. So they found me, I think they found me a t-shirt. I had to run barefoot in a t-shirt.
With your boobies out.
With a thong on, probably.
Yes!
I mean, this bloke doing it was having a lovely time. I bet and then we had to do all the, the leg extension thing.
Adductor work?
No, they found me a towel or a robe or something, because it was like linked to a hospital. So I had no trainers. So I did very few. So my reading was crap compared to a lot of other people. But my leg press extension and grip test, funnily enough, were brilliant.
You're doing that as well today.
Yeah, so that I have actually done it with no bra.
Lecky would like that if you do it topless again.
I'm sure he would now. Maybe when I was 25, maybe.
Sexist.
Not sexist at all. Why is that sexist?
I like using the word.
Okay. Yes, so I have actually done a video with no bra.
Okay.
But I'm not repeating that today.
Okay.
That would not be a good look.
Okay.
So yeah, sports bras. I'm struggling to find one that I like, that is comfortable but secure. Doesn't feel like it's crushing my ribs when I'm wearing it. So you boys don't have to deal with this.
We do downstairs.
Do. What do you wear downstairs though? You wear like lycra. You don't wear and pants. You don't wear.
But they've got to be supportive.
Yeah, but you're not like.
You waste a lot of energy with those testicules swinging around.
So yeah, but they're not like crushing like sports bras. Girls' sports bras.
That, Suzie.
No, they're not, are they?
Again, you don't understand. You see, you girls think you've got it hard, or we boys with our testicles. There's a lot of stuff going on.
Well, yeah, mainly your hands down your pants. Yes, that's a lot of stuff.
We're rearranging them
constantly.
I do remember wearing that kilt for Jude's wedding.
Here we go. Yeah.
And thinking, I can't wait, because I'm always hot. I thought this would be so nice.
Yeah, you were excited about not wearing pants.
Yeah, but a kilt is like a jacket potato for your legs and your testicles.
They were designed to keep people warm.
Well, you'd think wearing a skirt with nothing underneath.
But it's a wool skirt, and they got married.
But it was like you were a jacket potato coming out the oven. It just stayed so hot for so long. And my testicles were sticking to me in a thigh.
But you were also sitting in tiny benches and shoved together. It was a lot of people. I wasn't there because I was at my friend Tasha's wedding the same day.
Yes, it was. But I never realised that, how warm.
Is that why you did that photo, bearing your bums?
For Jude and Willie, they wrote Jude and Willie on our buttocks.
So we went around to there's the Burns night we were talking about last week, and we went to their house for Burns night, and up in their bathroom upstairs is a photo of
all the best men's or grooms or
whatever they're called, basically doing massive moonies. And Jo, Australian, she's like head of a very important school now, wrote on their bottoms Will and Jude and the date, I think. So we were trying to guess whose bum was whose. It's just
yeah.
I'm going to do this on the microphone. This is so cool. I'm really.
Why is this cool?
What I like the noise. It's like that. Whatever AGM, EDFP, or whatever it's called. No, I haven't done it very well because it's got a plaster on. Oh, that's like you doing your thing.
Suzie, please.
I can't do it.
No, it's very embarrassing.
I'm just very.
You're still hungover?
No, I'm just thirsty. I didn't want a hot drink.
No. Well, there.
So news this week. It's got an itchy armpit. Sorry. No, in the news.
Oh yes.
There's been the Grammys. Have you seen any of the Grammys stuff?
Who's hosting? I don't.
No, I didn't watch it. I've just seen clips come up.
We get the weekend. Yeah, so we get the weekend papers, but I tend to just read the sport stuff.
Yeah,
and
well, the Grammys was the other night. I've only just because it's obviously been constantly on social media showing clips.
is Grammys the one that?
It's like the American Brits.
Yes, but who was it that? Or was that the Oscars? Who's the English comedian? Office.
Oh no, he does.
Oscars or did?
No, he did.
Grammys, Oscars. What's the other one?
It's an acting one. Oh,
that's
it's
terrible.
not the Oscars, but yeah.
Yeah, Emmy. No. Anyway,
not Ricky Gervais. So this is all music industry Grammys stuff.
Oh, okay.
But it's just the red carpet stuff and just the random outfits. So that's obviously, you got the fashion side of stuff. So there was Jaden Smith turned up and he had this and I know they're trying to get notice and they're trying to get. He had this castle on his head with his head poking through the front. It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen.
Remember that Sam Smith outfit? It came in a big bubbly, silvery.
Yeah. I don't know, but that's more like the Met Gala where they turn up in outrageous stuff. But this is like the Grammys. They turn up all the people are going, we'll be sitting behind him because you can't see a thing. It's like this massive castle on his head.
Is there a story behind it?
I don't know. I didn't. I just look at it. I don't even want to know the story because I'm like, whatever the story is, unless it's like raising millions of pounds for charity, there's no good reason to walk around with a castle on your head. I don't think.
Yeah. Maybe he wants to be a knight.
And then Kanye West turned up with his wife, who I can never remember her name, but she looks like she's completely controlled by him. And she was completely naked.
Oh, didn't see that.
She had a very sheer, literally not even worth wearing, tiny little dress, but it was completely see you could everything.
Was she wearing knickknacks?
So it was supposed it was supposed to be.
Sorry, she had no knickknacks on.
Nothing on.
So you could see her boobs.
Well, she didn't have any.
What?
She didn't have any.
So you could see her.
Well, areas, yes, everything. But she came in a big fur coat, and then she took it off and turned round, and then reports say
her knickers fell off.
No, that the police were caught and they were asked to leave because obviously in America they're have double standards, don't they? You can be super porn star, but you've got to be demure.
You have to hide nips.
You have to hide your body. You're not allowed to show body. That was bizarre, but then other people say, again, it's all just bollocks, reporting.
You have his bollocks out.
He didn't. He just looks. It's just such a weird thing. And then the whole, P Diddy saga's ongoing. That's all gone a bit quiet again. And then you've got Beyonce and Jay-Z. I just don't trust Jay-Z. I'm sure he's a brilliant musician, but there's just something sinister looking.
Do you remember that time I had? What was her name? I have a bit of a problem with celebrity. That kind of.
Sade?
Tamara. No, who's the one I shouted at in a convertible car?
Yeah, she's not around anymore. So
what was her name? Tara Parker.
Tara Parker.
Yeah. As she drove past. You're famous for nothing. I didn't even plan it. It was like Tourette's coming out of my mouth.
Yeah, but these people here obviously are musicians, but there is still this whole hierarchy. There just seems to be it's like a mafia, music mafia, and I'm sure it's always been like that. There's always been
Milli Vanilli,
big wigs in control. But this whole, I don't know whether it's because I'm just reading all the stuff that's being put out, propaganda on social media and stuff about P. Diddy and Jay-Z and all these people involved in this sort of underworld parties and shenanigans, I'm just going to call it.
Shenanigans.
And then it seems there's a lot of award ceremonies where he's been standing on stage with people like Rihanna or up-and-coming stars and almost telling them what to say and who to thank. And, it's like this whole, you've got to thank me.
Do you think the ringleader is Chesney Hawkes? I think if I was going to choose the kingpin, it would be Chesney Hawkes.
No, it's Nick Kershaw because he wrote a song.
Yeah, but then Howard Jones would be right behind him. Right, well, not that way. But
Fun Boy 3?
No, they were cool.
I'm just saying.
Fun Boy 3 was cool. What was his name, the lead singer?
I don't know. You're old. I can't remember.
Scar, that was cool. Well, I'm not saying that I was going to say Nick Kershaw.
But, there's always been stupid stuff going on. But the Brits is different. But Brits, people get up and used to start fights. They don't do that anymore. And wasn't the one with Michael Jackson and the guy from Pulp?
Oh, yes.
Where he just threw things at him or just streaked across the stage or whatever he did.
But that's rock and roll. There was
but that's what I mean. That never happens. The Grammys, and it's all so,
manufactured.
Vanilla.
Well, it's not vanilla.
Well, it is vanilla because it's all rehearsed and scripted, and it's just boring. Nothing's real. There was a few underlying comments yesterday. I saw, like, people pointing at Beyonce and going, "Can't believe we've won!" And it's sort of like, I don't know. It's just gives me
You're
the
not happy, are you?
jeeves. No, I don't like. I like people to be
So
authentic.
give me a modern musician that you respect, and I'm not talking about someone like Sting or someone up there with Jay-Z that you think, yeah, okay.
Well, I think Harry Styles. I like.
Only because you fancy him.
Well, he's like my child. I don't fancy
You met him once, but I mean that just.
He's not my child, obviously.
But Harry Styles is still a bit. He's quite poppy. He's obviously.
He is poppy, but I think he's evolved. I think he's come out of the boy band thing and evolved.
Eminem didn't play the game.
Into a big star.
He didn't play the game.
Taylor Swift, love or hate her, she...
Oh, Heather gets...
Oh, my goodness.
She's a super fan.
So Heather's helping us with the gym stuff. She is a super fan, and we trained last Tuesday. And
to Taylor Swift only.
And don't get me wrong, I admire Taylor Smith's...
Swift?
What's her name?
Swift. Thank you.
Business ethic and her whole showmanship, and she's just doing it.
Yeah, she's in control.
She's not doing it. She's re-recording her album. She's not
Elton John.
Yeah, exactly. And I admire that. I just not a massive fan of her music. I don't want to listen to it. It's not like it's just not my thing.
Yeah.
I admire her as an artist. I admire her as a talent performer.
We were in Miami, she was playing
stuff.
there, wasn't she? So the whole hotel was full
Amazing.
of
And
Swifties.
the whole, huge fan base and how she treats people, as far as we know, is all good. But I just don't really enjoy her music that much. And I'm probably an anomaly. Like, I don't like Coldplay.
She was going to be on the show next week.
Well, I'd love to chat to her. I just don't want to listen to her music.
Would you tell her that?
Yeah, and I'm sure she would take it. She seems quite grounded, really.
It's a dad that runs a management side as well, isn't it?
And she's been doing it for a long time. It's not like she's just suddenly...
How old is Taylor Swift?
Like 20s.
So
but she started when she was, at school.
So like Britney and all of that.
Yeah, but she went off because she had crazy parents
and bad management. Yeah.
Yeah. So I just think that, and so for her, I think it's brilliant. But yeah, Heather played for a whole 45 minutes and just sang along.
But she couldn't move her upper body the next day.
No. So there's no way if we're training today. There's no way we're having Taylor Swift on.
No way. Flip.
It's my choice today.
No way.
My choice. So yes, what else has been happening? Yeah, that's it, I think.
I had a light bulb moment today.
Oh my God.
I bought a light bulb, but it's taken 3.5 weeks to buy a light bulb.
You've had
getting delivered.
We're just going to call it.
But at least I found out I wasn't.
Everybody's been a tool.
At least I found out I'm not the tool. It's because they've stopped making these.
So this is ongoing. So we have these strip light things, what are they called? Fluorescent tube things in the basement.
Not LED. Everything's becoming LED.
They're very old.
These are old
basically.
Fluorescent.
Yeah, they're old fluorescent tube things. And we've been able in previous years to just order them on Amazon, reorder. So we did the same thing, reordered them. How many times have we ordered?
So
anyway,
I went to go and see a human today.
And I've had to return them all to random post offices around the globe, it feels like.
Well, New
Malden. It's the same thing. That's little Korea. It is like around the globe.
I remember when I was young, the tubes, we used to use them as lightsabers and fight each other.
Or lightsabers?
What do I call them?
Savers.
Well, so we'd smash each other with them.
Oh, that's really, really good.
Yeah.
Well
You
done.
wear glasses to protect your eyes.
Well, that's right then.
Yeah. I do.
So yes, we've had
light. But we now have light
gates.
in the basement and a light in my office.
A bigger light, yeah, because you did have some light. It just wasn't very bright, was it? You needed these.
I've got my daylight simulation bulb you bought me.
Your Lumi light.
Is that what it's called?
Lumi light, yeah.
Lumi light. You've got one.
Yes, that's behind you. They're up on the desk.
Just checking.
Cheers, Ziggs.
And it's 6.
Just left. Want some? Yeah.
Oh, it's a bit citrus for me.
Ooh, no, I do like a bit of citrus. Anyway, so that's our week so far.
Well done.
Enjoy. Angela Barton, super fan. If you want to be a super fan, DM us on the Instagram.
Yeah.
Not Another Couples Podcast.
Thank you.
And I will reply.
Thank you very much.
He won't because he doesn't know how to.
Yes.
Anyway, thanks. Bye.
Good night.